Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, I'm Steph, your new BFF, aka beauty, fashion and fitness girly, who's back in a teenage Delulu era because today we're recreating my prom makeup from, wait for it, 18 years ago. So expect questionable choices, nostalgic chaos and a glow up that teenage me would be proud of. If that's your vibe, you should probably subscribe because I am here for you every single Sunday with real talk, all the makeup and zero gatekeeping. I know the last couple of weeks has been a bit of a blip, but please forgive me. I've got some shit going on in my life that's very distracting and stressful. So this is my happy place. So I kind of felt like I had to just grin and bear it. So today is going to be a therapy session. But yeah, seeing as it's prom season, I wanted to do something to kind of live vicariously through you guys because it's been a long time since my prom. And yeah, we're going to talk about prom. We're going to recreate some makeup. I'm going to be sharing some techniques and tips and tricks that I have for making your makeup last, making it go on really nice, making sure that it looks flawless in person and not just in photographs, and showing you some of my favorite products. So if you want to hear the tea and see how I got this, keep on watching. Ooh, jump scare, I know, I'm sorry, but I promise this is going to be worth it. So as you could see from intro Steph, who's looking a little bit more fabulous, we're gonna be recreating my prom makeup. I figured this would be perfect for this time of year. This is what we're gonna be recreating. Look at little baby Steph. I know the hair was very different. To be honest though, I don't think my face has changed too much. Maybe that's just me being weird. I feel like my nose has got thinner. Maybe your nose has got thinner, I don't know. I had a lot of puppy fat on my face, like back then. I was a little bit chunkier than I am now. So my face shape has maybe changed a little bit and my makeup skills have got better, I hope. But yeah, I just figured it'd be fun to recreate this look and do my makeup now as I would like my makeup to look if I was going to prom. Or I guess how I would have done it back then if I was me now, like if I had the makeup skills that I have now back then. And obviously now I have adult money to buy myself the makeup that I really want. 16-year-old me is going to be screaming internally, and let's just get on with it. So I'm going in with a bit of skincare. Now back then I'm pretty sure I just raw dogged it. I think I maybe moisturized, maybe. I'm not even sure I did that, if I'm being quite honest, but I've already gone in and cleansed my face with a bit of micellar water because I washed my face last night and I just don't really feel like I needed to like wash it again to like strip oils and stuff because I've not really had a build up. So I'm just going in with a bit of toner. I'm pretty sure back then I probably had the St. Ives apricot scrub. You'll know what I'm talking about. How my skin has survived is beyond me, but I digress. And a little bit of eye cream because we're going to be going in with like eyeshadow base and stuff, and you know, we want to give this the best chance of applying smooth. As usual, I will list like all the products that I'm using down below. Then a little bit of lip balm because my lips are looking a little bit deflated. They need some hydration. And I will die on the hill that this is the best lip product ever. So yeah, a 16-year-old me probably wouldn't have done these steps, but 34-year-old me, yes, my prom was 18 years ago. I could have had a kid going to prom right now. Okay, bit of moisturiser. That's actually really nice. I can't believe I just left that in the drawer. It's the PS Prep and Perfect, or Prep. I'm gonna go with that from Primark. I guess it's the dupe for the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Face Base, is it called? Never tried it, so I don't know how it compares, but this is really nice. I'm pretty sure it was like £2.50, £3.50, something like that. Very good quality product. Now for the brows. Now back then, yeah, I was on the verge of being a victim of the early noughties brow. You know what I mean, disperm brow. Yes, because I got bullied for a multitude of things growing up. Not gonna lie, high school wasn't the best time for me. I was like one of those, I guess, weird emo kids. Turns out it's probably just the fact that I was on the spectrum. Go figure. But yeah, I just got bullied for a lot of things. One of them being my slug eyebrows, which personally I don't think my eyebrows are that bad. Like, I've seen worse. I've definitely seen worse. It's not as if I had like Charlie Simpson from Busted brows, yeah? But they were full, let's just say. So I plucked them within an inch of their life, and as you can see, the tail end of my brow here on both sides is still recovering. So all these girls who are like jumping on the trend now of having thin brows, don't do it. You will regret it later in life. I'm gonna let that settle and get on to the eye base. I would have loved to have had the Urban Decay Primer Potion back then, or I guess this P. Louise base. Urban Decay Primer Potion is like my ride or die, especially the tinted one, because it's like flesh toned, I mean for my skin tone anyway, and it just goes on really, really well, and your eyeshadow is not going anywhere. Even if you ball your absolute face off, it just, like, your eyes will not be going anywhere. And then I do like to pat this out with a sponge. I just feel like it gives like a nice even base for me to work with. Okay, onto the fun bit now, which is the eyes. And today I'm going to be using this, which is the ever so lovely Beauty Bay Nude 42 palette, because why would I be using anything else? Back then I actually had the Barry M like Dazzle Dusts, and I'm pretty sure it was like a sleek makeup eyeshadow palette, which I obviously don't have anymore. I wish I still did, because it would be so fun to do some sort of tutorial where I'm using all the products that I used to use when I was a teenager, when I was little baby stuff. But you know, some of the products are discontinued, and we're currently in a position where we need to save as much money as possible. So I can't, unfortunately, just go out and splash out a load of money on makeup, unfortunately. Oh, do you know what? In fact, I bloody lied. I'm not done. We're going to be doing the rest of my brow because, you know, it'd be stupid not to at this point, yeah? Now again, baby Steph did not fill in her eyebrows, but I had much fuller brows back then, and brow pencils just weren't really a thing, if I'm being quite honest. Like, nobody really bothered with brows. Like, it was just, you know, you would pluck them within an inch of their life and call it a day. I'm kind of thinking I want to try and maybe go like full on 2016 brow, but I don't have some pomade. All I've got is like eyeshadow. And then as usual, going in with the Fine Strokes brow pen from Fine Cosmetics. I just love this brow pen. It just makes filling in my brows so much easier. Now we're moving on to eyeshadow. It looks like, I'm pretty sure I could stake my life savings on it that I used the Barry M Dazzle Dusts. There was, oh, what was it called? I'm sure there was one called like Old Gold or like Antique Gold, something like that. And then there was like a dark brown, and I'm pretty sure I used like the Antique Gold one on the inner corner and then the dark brown one on like the outer corner. So we've got like a bit of smokiness going on, and there's obviously a little bit of shimmer. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep it like nice and dark and smoky on the outer corner, do like a really sultry smoky eye, and then I'm going to go in with this glitter balm. So starting with some eyeshadows, I'm just mixing like as many of the browns as I can, if I'm being quite honest. There's no like rhyme or reason to any of this. I'm just going ham with all of the brown. I really could have done with doing like one eye off camera first to kind of get a good idea of what I wanted to do, but we're winging it. Like, this is the second time I've actually tried to film this video, because the first time I did it, I just wasn't feeling it. Like, none of my eyeshadow was going right. It was really hot. I was sweating. It just wasn't fun for me at all. Okay, so we're looking sort of sufficiently blended. Like, I've just dragged this out as much as I can. And I get it completely looks so scary right now, but we are going to clean up this like outer edge here so that this is like very much winged out and diffused. I want to add a little bit of brow bone highlight just to bring that out a little bit, and also just set that bit of base that we've got there. Now is the fun part. It's time for shimmer. I've gone in with the shade, is it called Icon? Iconic. And I'm just gonna put a bit of that here and kind of blend it into that brown so that we can start making a little bit of a gradient. And then a darker one. Let's go in with the shade Rebel, which is like a really dark, like coffee brown. I'm going to put that on the outer corner. I'm going to go in with the shade Lucky Penny and First Prize. One's more of like a goldy colour. So we've got these two shades here. So this one's more of like a gold, and then this one is a bit more of like a coppery, shimmery bronze sort of colour. I just want to put them on the inner corner. Now it's time for the glitter balm. So I'm going to go in. I'm not worrying too much because I can always clean up the edges and stuff, and like under my eye if it goes under my eye, with some micellar water. But oh, the shimmer is delicious. And then now it's time for liquid liner. Now I don't think I did a wing back then. I can't really see one on the picture. Let me see, can I zoom in? Oh no, I did do a little itty bitty wing. Mostly this is just to cover up the lash band for the lashes that we're gonna use. Now the ones that I used then, I am almost 100% certain that I used the Demi Wispies by Ardell, which I don't have. If I'd have planned ahead better for this, I would have tried to buy some of the products that I used for that to try and like fully recreate it, but I kind of just wanted to have a play. So that's looking good for now. I'm gonna clean up this edge and I will be right back to stick my lashes on. There we go, so the edge is looking a lot nicer. It's nice and sharp, and we're ready for some lashes. Now, like I said, I'm pretty certain that I used the Ardell Demi Wispies. I don't have them. However, I do have these, which to me feels very on brand. 90s baby from Tatti Lashes. Like, why wouldn't I use these? I get questions all the time as well, like in person and stuff, about how I apply false lashes so quickly. And the best bit of advice I could give you is that when you're putting the glue on, like as it's drying, try and like mess with the shape of the band. So get yourself a couple of pairs of tweezers or use like your nails and just like flex the band like back and forth so that as it's drying, it's settling into shape, so that when you put it on your eye, all you've got to do is just drop it, press the outer corner, press the inner corner, and you're done. And then it's just time for mascara. I'm running out of this one now. I definitely need to get a new one. I really want to try that Maybelline Bubble Mascara. And I do love the Maybelline mascaras. I shouldn't really use them because I know that they're not cruelty free. So I shouldn't really be using them. But they just make good mascaras. Just stop testing on animals, you shits. So yeah, that is like part of the eye done for now. I'm going to go and do the other eye quickly off camera, and then we'll come back and do the base. Finish off the eyes, do the lips, all that good stuff. See you in a minute. Okay, we're back. I've just had a little snacky snack, which you will see all about in my next YouTube video. All I will say is that it was delish. Okay, on to base. I've just gone back in with a bit more of my eye cream because I did have to use like the micellar water like right under here, and I want that to be nice and hydrated. Now we're going in with my favourite primer. Actually, to be fair, I haven't actually tried this one. I've tried the normal version of the Powergrip primer from e.l.f. but I haven't tried the niacinamide one because I was waiting for my other one to run out before I used this, because I'm trying to be a conscious queen when it comes to the products I have, like trying not to buy too many things, especially things that expire quite quickly. Like this is why I've not really bought any more foundations and things like that, because I'm just never going to get through it all. Keeping true to baby Steph, who didn't have a lot of money to spend on makeup. I mean, not that I have a lot of money to spend on makeup now. We were a conscious queen back then, so we're going to be a conscious queen right now. Just going to let that primer set in on my face. Now, for my base, which, let's get it up. So my base was very, I want to say like a satin. It wasn't too glowy. I had a little bit of like natural glow in my cheek because Shop Cara back then, we didn't actually use setting powder. We didn't bake. We didn't set our skin. We didn't even prime, okay? So yeah, we were struggling. It was a time. It was the time. So I'm not going to do my base the same as I did back then. I'm going to do my base as I would want to do it now. Keep it true to what I did back then. We're going in with a bougie foundation. So this is the HAUS LABS Triclone foundation. I absolutely love this. It is stunning, gorgeous. It is everything. But back then, when I was doing my makeup for my prom, I had one of those like sample packs of a Dior foundation. I can't remember which one it is, but it was beautiful. Like I'd never experienced high-end makeup before in my life. So I felt very bougie using a designer foundation, even though it was only like a, like, you know those blister pack samples, like the little round things, and you like peel the foil back? Yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, that foundation was incredible. I really wish I could remember what it is, because I'd love to try it now if they haven't discontinued it, to see if it's just as good as I remember. But it was literally like, I put it on and it was like a mask on my face. Like you could not see anything. Every flaw was erased. And 16-year-old me would be screaming right now the fact that I'm using a sponge to blend in my foundation, because back then the only tool I had was my fingers. Do you know, if anything though, it probably helps melt it in a lot better, because the warmth from your hands will melt the foundation into your skin versus like soaking it up. So maybe we were onto something. I just love that primer. It literally just helps stick the foundation to my face like glue. It's lovely. And now it's time for concealer. As always, going in with my trusty e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Probably the best, bar the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define drugstore concealer that I've ever tried. I absolutely love it. And I'm going in with a lighter one just to help brighten up the inner corner. Now concealer under my eyes, I am gonna let sit, as well as like these bits around here. I just find it helps with getting more coverage out of it. But the bits on my nose, I do like to blend immediately, because I've tried it before where I've like let it sit on my nose and let's just say it didn't end well. Time for some cream bronzer. Again, this wasn't really a thing back then, but I am going to try and keep it a little bit more natural, if that makes sense, because I don't want it to be like full on Neapolitan ice cream glam. A good tip, if you have like over blended any like contour and such, just go back in with your foundation sponge over it and it should just blend it out nice and easy. I can see in the picture, blush wasn't really a thing back then. However, it definitely looks as though baby Steph used some blush. Like my cheeks are looking very pink and flushed. So for that, I'm going in with a bit of liquid blush. I'm just going to pop it on the back of my hands. Very similar sort of colour to what we had. Feels very like burgundy, reddish pink. And just going in with that. Yeah, that is definitely the colour. And then now it is time to start blending out this concealer. In the last like year or so, I've really been loving starting to blend out concealer by like patting it in with a brush, like a really dense, small domed brush like this. And then I take my little itty bitty baby sponge and just start patting it out. Okay, a little bit of blush on the nose, as always, and I'm pretty sure I can see a tiny, tiny little hint of pink, like down here. Another thing I like to do, just to kind of help start setting that in place, I'll go in with my setting spray on the little sponge and just tap that over. Okay, now it is time to set the face. Do you know what? I've just realised I'm doing like a prom tutorial, like recreating my prom, and I haven't even spoke once really about what my prom was like. In short, I didn't really enjoy prom, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's like this big rite of passage, and I guess it was probably around about the time that my school had their prom, sort of like the early to mid 2000s, it started to become like a real thing in the UK. Because before that, it was literally just like the end of school year dance where you'd go to some sort of local shady nightclub. I think the choice in our school or my generation was Liquid. If you know, you know. And yeah, you just go there. But then all of a sudden, the last like couple of years before my year group got to like year 11, which is like, I guess, senior year, if anyone from the US is watching, that was when they kind of started doing prom, making it like a formal occasion. Before that, we didn't really bother, but it just felt like such a faff. Like, it was hard enough picking an outfit for school dances. Like, it was hard enough getting it for that. So having to then get a formal dress, and we were very limited on choices in the town where I'm from. So there was literally like 2 shops that we could have gone to in order to get my dress. And when we went in there, me and my mum, it was literally like that scene in Pretty Woman where the shopkeepers are like looking her up and down as if to be like, you shouldn't be here. Like, all of these dresses are outside your price range kind of thing. I'm pretty confident that at some point the woman in the shop did say that to my mum. She was like, oh, well, I don't think we'd really have anything that would fit her, meaning me, because she's so short and she's so skinny. I wasn't. And even if we did, like, I don't think they'd be in your price range. And I'm like, bitch. So in the end, we ended up ordering my dress online, and jokes on them because my dress was custom and the dress was stunning. Where we'd gone, like where the bitchy woman was, there were about 6 or 7 girls in my year group who then turned up. And I don't know whether this was to their knowledge or not, but I'd say about 5, 6 of them, maybe more, turned up in the same dress, just in a different colour. And they'd even said to me and my mum in that shop, like, oh, we don't typically, like, we find out what school the girls are from and we don't typically let them have the same dress if they're from the same school. Absolute lies, which is fair enough. Like, it's a different colour, so who cares? But I'd be pretty pissed if they turn around to me and said that they don't let people from the same school have the same dress, even if it is a different colour, and then 5, 6 other girls turn up on prom day in the same dress as me. Luckily, I didn't have that problem. I absolutely loved my dress, and I loved the whole thing of like getting ready and stuff. That's never changed for me. I've always loved the process of like getting ready, getting glam to go out, and it always took me absolutely ages, as it still does, but not as long. But the actual prom itself, I did not enjoy. Not at all. Like, the thought of being in the same room as a certain number of people who made mine and my friends' lives a living hell for 5 years. My idea of torture, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I mean, let me know what your guys' experience was like in terms of like your prom and school and stuff. Let's maybe trauma dump together. Because one thing I will say is I wouldn't say that I was bullied as much as some people probably were. Like, kids are evil, man. Like, I am dreading the day I have children, or me and Jamie have children, should I say, and they get to school, and if I find out that someone's been bullying them, me and their mum are having a fight. No, I'm sorry. But it's a no from me. And equally, if I found out that our kids were bullies, no, I'm sorry, it's a no from me. I'm calling the police. So yeah, I wasn't bullied as much as some people probably were, but I definitely had a really tough time. I guess it's that classic thing. And I should note, I haven't had an official diagnosis yet for autism, but I was referred back in like 2020 now for cognitive behavioural therapy for anxiety. And it turned out that it wasn't anxiety. I have ADHD. Grand. That would have been lovely to know about 20 years ago. And at the time, they obviously then recommended that I go get a diagnosis for autism. Hearing that actually explained a lot. Because I had such a hard time in school. Like, my mum was always like, oh, they're just bullying you because they're jealous. And I'm like, no, mum, it's because I'm a bit weird. And I get it. I speak my mind. I don't give a shit whether people like me. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. Like, I didn't bow to peer pressure. So it's been a weird concept for me. Or people are like, well, if you don't do this, we can't be friends. Well, okay then. I guess we're not friends. Like, it literally did not faze me in the slightest. I think not being liked by people was just like, meh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do still sometimes sit there and like keep myself awake at night thinking, oh my God, did I just trauma dump on that person so much that they actually fucking hate me so much right now? But if they just point blank turn around and said to me like, I don't like you, I'd be like, cool. Like, I'm so unfazed. I don't care. And I guess maybe that pissed people off, like, when I was growing up, because I spoke my mind. I didn't care who you were. If you spoke to me like shit, I'd speak to you like shit. If you treat me like shit, I'll treat you like shit. So not being liked by popular girls and stuff and like getting bullied, I was just kind of like at some point I'll get away from here and I won't ever have to see you again. So it's cool. So yeah, high school wasn't that fun for me. So then prom, it just kind of then marred it a little bit. And it wasn't a great time, like, at all for me. Like, I had a great time with my friends, but yeah, being in the same room as people who bullied me and my friends for 5 years, that definitely was not on my bingo card in high school. I knew it was coming, but I was just absolutely dreading it. And when it happened, I was like, yeah, there's a reason why I didn't want to do this. But I felt pretty in my dress. I loved my jewelry. I loved my makeup. And I just kind of grin and bared it, you know, for the sake of it. More than anything, I just wanted my mum to have like keepsakes pictures to kind of look back on. Now normally at this point I'll probably do my highlight, but I think I want to finish off my eyes and then I'm going to do my highlight for a TikTok. So if you're not following me on there, you probably should, because the highlight is gonna be something. Now it probably doesn't look like it too much from the photo, but I can tell I definitely have a bit of black eyeliner on here. And it was probably the one from, we called it the In Shops in like the Arndale Centre where I was from, but it was just like this little boutique beauty shop because they sold all sorts. Like they had perfume, they had hair stuff, they had makeup, skincare, and I'm pretty sure the eyeliner was called Gallery. If I'm not mistaken, I'll try and find a picture. But that was like the black eyeliner of choice back then. I mean, we didn't really have much choice. And then now I'm just gonna blend this a little bit. I just want to smoke it slightly, because we're going to go in with the eyeshadow anyway. Like little emo Steph would be so envious of this situation under here right now. Now I'm just going to go in with a mixture of the same browns that we used up the top, but I'm using mostly, is it warm? Yeah, Warm and Cozy, to blend out just underneath here. Now I've gone in with, what's this, Raw Sienna and Cinnamon. Okay, I think that's just enough smoke. I've toned it down a little bit. Let's do some mascara. Just some bottom lash mascara. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know like what other people's experiences were like in high school. How did you find it? That is most of the eyeshadow done. I think now I just want to do some like inner corner highlight. My favourite inner corner highlight I have ever used in my entire life. We're obviously going in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And this shade right here, this second one, is the most stunning inner corner highlight ever. Like, I need to take this pan out of this palette and just have it somewhere else, like maybe put it in this Take Two Cosmetics one, because it is just so beautiful. Do you see what I mean? Like, it is just the most stunning shade ever. Okay, so that is the makeup almost done. Like we've done most of the base. All I've got to do is my lip and my highlight, which I'll give you a quick preview of what it is. I'm going to go now sort out my hair because I'd like it to be curly. Like, I want to do my hair the way I wanted to do it back then. And yeah, I'll be back. And I'm back. Yes, I've changed my top. Don't worry, I'm not naked. But here's the highlight, guys. How stunning is that? So head to my TikTok if you want to see what that was. But let's get to finishing off this makeup. I just kind of quickly curled my hair and put in this little, what's this called? I think it was like part of a belt from my mum's wedding dress. But we put it in my hair on her wedding day. I did have it at the back of my head, but I thought I'll put it at the side just because I don't know, this whole like side, like half up, half down do thing was what I would have wanted for my prom. However, that didn't work out. So funny story, I showed up for my appointment and I hadn't washed my hair because I figure I'm going to the hairdressers. They'll wash my hair when I'm there. No. So my hair was greasy as a chip pan, and bearing in mind my hair was black at the time, so any sort of grease and stuff would show up immediately, and my hair is like my scalp is naturally really greasy, so we had to resort to putting my hair in an updo. And it's not that it looked bad, but I wanted some kind of like curly half up half down like this is now. But yeah, that was me for my prom. I ended up having an updo, which was like some sort of like French twist. But yeah, I think that is me done. What are we thinking? Is it giving prom? Is it giving early 2000s meets 2016 glam? To me it is, because we got the blinding highlight. We've got a nude frosty lip, which is very Y2K coded. And then we've got a glittery cut crease and a semi 2016 brow. I didn't want to go full on, but I'm liking how this has turned out. And that is me done for the day. I'm going to go and maybe take this off, or maybe get the most out of it and sit and watch something on Netflix with Jamie. It's almost dinner time for us as well. So yeah, maybe I can look like I'm getting dressed up to go out for dinner or something, because I don't really want to let this makeup go to waste. I'm quite impressed. I'm liking it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if it is prom for you, Let me know what your plans are, what your dress is like, what you're thinking for makeup. Are you going to do something like this? What are we thinking? Have you got any questions about what makeup you would want to do for prom or whatever event it is that you might have coming up? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm really nosy, and I feel like I've trauma dumped enough. You guys let me know, like, you trauma dump on me and we can heal each other. But that is kind of it for now. So as usual, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed filming this. Like, I've been able to live vicariously through you guys, and now I kind of feel like I want to go to prom. And I hope you found this video educational, inspirational and entertaining, because that is kind of the point around here. If you've got any suggestions for other videos that you would like to see from me, let me know, because I do plan these videos in advance. However, this is for you guys as much as it is for me. So if there's something that you want to see from me, let me know. But other than that, I'm going to love you, leave you, and see you in the next one. Bye.